We start this Tuesday at 4 o'clock with the story coming out of Wheat Ridge. It might be 2 more weeks before RTD can get the light rail station at the Jeffco Government Station back open to trains. This following the Saturday W Line train derailment.
And it could be much longer before we learn exactly what caused that train to blow through the end of the line and roll up a hill. 2 people had minor injuries. 9 News reporter Steve Stager looked into this for us today. And Stevie, RTD has technology that slows the train down, but not in this spot.
Yeah, each light rail car has what is called ATS, automatic train stop. So anytime a light rail train approaches a red signal, the train will sound an alarm, then automatically start to slow down if the operator hasn't done so already. The problem is RTD doesn't use that technology at the end of any of its lines.
W Line trains will not be servicing.
Oh no, not another one. Given that, this is the 3rd light rail incident in 4 years.
When Richard Bamber saw the aftermath of a W Line train that blew through the end of the line in Golden this weekend, he thought what we all were thinking.
It's pretty obvious that the train should have stopped.
Difference is, Bamber is a civil engineer who works with trains. He also founded Greater Denver Transit, a grassroots group pushing for a more reliable system in the Denver area. His group is pushing for a transparent investigation into what happened, a tough process in past light rail crashes.
Information is withheld for an unnecessarily long amount of time.
We want to know the root cause of that derailment so we can make sure that it doesn't happen again.
RTD can't say much about what happened or allow us to see any records. State law requires them to keep things secret and report to the Public Utilities Commission.
All findings will be turned over to the PUC, and then it will be their call as to what will be released.
One of Richard's main questions is why technology didn't prevent this train from flying past a bump stop at the end of the track.
Basically putting systems in that if the train is detected to be not slowing down in enough time, the system cuts in, sounds a warning and applies the brakes to the train automatically.
RTD's light rail trains use a system called ATS, automatic train stop.
Basically, it's a signal light, and when the light is red, the train will automatically stop if it hasn't stopped already.
But the agency confirmed today that system only prevents trains from getting too close to other trains. It doesn't necessarily slow down or stop light rail at stations or the end of the line. Bamber says that ought to be considered.
It's on dedicated right of way. You haven't got sort of vehicle traffic sharing. It's not on the streets. It's in a dedicated station. And reaching speeds of up to 55 miles an hour, it is appropriate to look at enforcing trains to stop at the end of the line.
So after 2 derailments along the R line in Aurora, RTD told the Public Utilities Commission that they plan to add an automatic train stop signal to slow down light rail trains making that curve at Sable and Exposition. They'll do that by the end of this summer. RTD's commuter lines, think the A, B, and G, N lines, they all have what's called positive train control. It's a different system. That system will automatically stop trains at potential hazards like, say, the end of a line.
Now, I haven't played with trains in years, but it seems to me that a red light at the end of the line would be a pretty simple fix.
It's going to be interesting to see what caused this crash. Like if this was operator error and something ended up kind of making that train just blow and kind of go through that station and just blow by that bump stop, then this is a spot where maybe adding a signal there could allow the train to slow down if the operator isn't paying attention or the operator doesn't have the ability to slow down, that the signal itself would slow the train down. That's what they're going to look at as part of this investigation. Hopefully that investigation becomes public because of this law that keeps things confidential.
Light rail.
Hopefully it moves along pretty quickly too. It's not one of those things you want, okay, we'll know in 5 years. So.
Yeah,
light rail is one thing. Trains have been in the news lately, and it hasn't been good.
Not
we'll
good.
See what happens.
The good news here is RTD operates something like 300 light rail trips a day. This has only happened 3 times in the last 4 years. It's still a lot, something that's worth looking into, but still pretty relatively safe.
Yeah, still 3 too many. All right. Thank you, Steve.